So, as expected, the Raven Johnson pick has started 2024 all over again. It has started 2024 all over again, lads. In the WNBA media, or in the WNBA media and the WNBA fandom. I don't know what even the difference is at this stage between people on Twitter and the media. But, like, it's happening again. It is happening again. And if you guys don't know what it exactly is, it happening again is pretty much me saying that the whole all Indiana Fever fans are racist and all players of color should want to leave, and we're now at the stage where people are demanding Caitlyn Clark speak out publicly, apologizing to Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson doesn't want an apology. That's the worst part about this, is Raven Johnson doesn't want an apology. This isn't even about Raven Johnson. This isn't even about Caitlyn Clark. This is about nut jobs online. It's about nut jobs online. The problem is, the more of this crap that happens, the harder it is to keep a good locker room. Like, we saw it in 2024. Like, Nalissa Smith nearly breaking down at the end of the season. Like, because obviously with Dejanay, she was unable to deal with this crap. She was unable to deal with it and didn't want to, and that's completely fine, stepping away from that scenario. But, like, you've now got people demanding Caitlyn Clark apologize and denounce her fans. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, denounce her fans for bullying Raven Johnson for when she got waved off. I mean this when I say this. There is not one Iowa fan. There's not one Iowa fan that gave a single damn when Raven Johnson refused to shoot the ball when Caitlyn Clark didn't guard her. Like, I'm sorry. I've never heard the likes. I've never heard anyone suggest that. Like, could you imagine being a fan of a team and a player on an opposing team completely shits the bed in a game and you go on social media abusing that player at the end of the game? It just doesn't happen. I'm sure Raven Johnson got plenty of abuse from South Carolina fans online. I'm sure she got plenty of abuse for not shooting the ball and getting waved off. I'm sure she got plenty of abuse from her own fans. And unfortunately, if you shit the bed in a sports game and you have a big fandom, it happens. Raven Johnson also stepped up big time in 2024 with that 3-guard rotation of Tessa Johnson, herself, and did full well didn't guard Caitlyn, but like she was kind of the third player that guarded Caitlyn. And they literally they rotated 3 people constantly. And Raven Johnson, anytime Caitlyn Clark got tired, Raven Johnson went on her. And like Caitlyn tired was not able to score on Raven. And Raven was a big factor in them winning in 2024, I have to admit. So it's one of those things where you're like, okay, this is a player who genuinely could fit. And because her own fans turned on her all these years ago, and again, let's be completely real. The whole old WNBA scene has gaslit it, where every single thing is blamed on Caitlyn Clark fans. I've always said this and was like, let's never forget. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't even Angel. It was like somebody stunk it up that had nothing to do with Caitlyn Clark. Oh, was it the Hamby situation? I think it might have been the Hamby situation where Hamby got booed. Hamby's daughter got booed by Aces fans, and they somehow turned it on Caitlyn Clark fans are bad for WNBA. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? But like, the Indiana Fever fans have added the actual most toxic fandom, which is those nutjob South Carolina fans. They've added that fandom into the Indiana Fever, who have now Raven Johnson is now their face of fuck you, Caitlyn Clark. This is now a weird fandom online battle of sets of fans actively cheering against actively going to be cheering against a player. And there's no way that like any of the Fever fans that are going to actively cheer against Raven Johnson are equally as in the wrong. And then you've got, I'm not even going to mention the name, that dumbass TikToker I will be corrected. I heavily implied that Indiana was unsafe for All-Star Weekend. and did say Indiana is unsafe for Angel Reese to play in. But is now going on about how Indiana Fever fans should need to apologize for being racist towards Raven Johnson. Like, I think Fever fans just didn't want another point guard, and also didn't want this crap because you knew it was going to happen. Like, I think nobody as a fan, especially as an active fan, wants to be in a situation where you are considered to be racist for being a fan of a team. Let's be completely real. This is not a something that people aren't saying. Like, you have seen people in the media have come out publicly since and said in 2024 they took the side of being anti Caitlyn Clark because publicly being pro Caitlyn Clark was associated with being right wing, was associated with racism. Like, people have come out publicly and said that. And now we've gone back to 2024 because of a draft pick who, by the way, wasn't even the best player on the board. Like, I don't hate Raven Johnson the pick, but there's a reason why fans are upset about this, because it continues this bullshit narrative, and it's going to continue it. Every single time Raven Johnson has a bad game, just like when Lexi Hull has a bad game, people go at her on social media. Heck, let's not forget, before people realized Caitlyn Clark was still injured in that Aces game, when she just, I get it, the last 2.5 minutes, she nearly dragged them back into the game by herself, but like, she also was a major reason they lost the game, which is hilarious because if you look at the stat line, she had like 19 and 11. She was, and there was another game against the Valks where she was terrible, even though she was a rebound off a triple-double. It is funny though. That was the difference. I always say this difference in level between Caitlyn Clark and like an Angel Reese or a Paige Bueckers is like, Caitlyn Clark is one rebound off triple-double or has a 20 and 10 game, and it's like, oh, the sky is falling, she lost him the game. But if Angel Reese goes on a 6-game losing streak while getting double-doubles, it's double-double. If Paige ever had a double-double with assist, it would be a biggest deal in the world, even if they lost. But yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad because you're seeing it again, and you're seeing actual like people that the WNBA themselves are bringing in as media, going back to this narrative of like taking the basketball itself out of the conversation. Because I'm like, Raven Johnson as a basketball player is a decent enough fit. It is a decent enough fit. If Ty Harris was not there, Raven Johnson would be an exceptional fit. And if you look at the point guard, if people being like, oh, but like Ty Harris is going to command way more in the market next year. Have you seen the point guard market? Skylar Diggins got paid less than Temi. Like, point guards aren't getting paid. Skylar Diggins got paid less than Temi. Tash Cloud currently doesn't have a team. Like, good point guards are getting paid near the minimum. And then for some reason, Erica Wheeler is getting paid $650K. It's very odd. But like, you're looking again at Raven and it just never made sense at the time. Still doesn't. And yeah, not an ideal situation all around. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. See you guys.